I wrote and sing a lot of things about me, and I discover how beautiful it is to be also the voice of others. And in the very end, I have to tell you, I have to admit that Fatti Sentire, I started with the intention not to be so personal, but while I was singing in the recording studio, I discovered that all the songs, in fact, are talking about my old experiences. So, in a way, I didn't want to say it is autobiographical, but a little bit it is. Yeah.
So you still talk about your own experience.
Yeah, at the very end, in some of the songs you can discover something about me and my experiences too, yeah.
And how did you actually get to tell these stories? Where does that come from?
I like very much to keep in touch with my fans, and sometimes I discover stories while I'm reading people in my social media, and if they are telling me something that it makes me feel curious, then I try to keep in touch with them, and I ask them to tell me details about the stories, and so they are they inspire me so much. So yeah, regarding my fans' experiences, yeah.
You also said that Fatti Sentire is an invitation to be ourselves.
Yes.
What do you mean with this message?
I think and I feel that a lot of people are weak. Me too, actually. A lot of people think that I'm very strong, because if you see my concert and you come there, you see a very strong woman. I understand that, because while I'm on stage, I feel very comfortable, and I feel like a lot of energy in me. But then when I leave the stage, I am a very regular person, and I have my fragilities, and so I know how difficult it is to live with judgments, and not only because I'm famous. I'm talking about like everyone. Sometimes it's difficult to be in front of the other people and to be exactly the way we are, because the people are expecting from us many things that sometimes are not exactly our personality, and we want to be, accepted by everyone. So we always try to find a way to be perfect in front of everyone. So I discovered myself and a lot of people that are put in a masquerade sometimes just to, hide the insecurity.
Why do you think we do that?
Because we are living in a society where that everybody is judged every day, and we are, for example, now I'm a coach in a few talent shows in different countries, and I think a lot of young people are coming to the auditions, for example, and they sing the song that is working in this moment. They dress with the style that it's perfect for everyone, but this is not the way, for me, the correct way to show the way we are. So sometimes I ask them to show me their real personality, and at the very end I continue my journey with them inside the talent show, discovering another person that is not exactly the same that it came while there was the audition. And I understand why, but in the same times I feel I have to tell them Fatti Sentire. I mean, differences are, for me, from my point of view, the thing that make us alive.
So you think we're afraid of actually being different, or
Yes.
I mean the young?
Not only the young, because my generation too, yeah. I remember myself when I was 18 in '93, I won the Sanremo Festival. I was very shy, shyer than now for sure. And I remember also that a lot of adult people in that moment talking about me like, oh, this is a very young female artist. because she's a woman, she will not sell a lot of records. And then I discovered that was not like this, and they discovered it, and they were like surprised about that, because to be a woman, it's still tough in every, job. So for me, it is very important to tell me and the other, we can do that. We can try to do that. At least we can try. Why not? You cannot sit in your life like waiting for something to happen. Nothing will arrive.
But isn't it something also that comes maybe from the music industry to be all the same? Or isn't it a message that we get also from them?
Well, what I try to do is exactly the opposite, because, for example, in this moment, Italian music is not so popular, but I'm still coming out with Italian song and written by Italians, very Italian melody. And I want to do that because I don't want to wait the moment that Italian music will be popular again. This is the time I have to be with my strength, to believe more than ever. So I'm pretty, this is a kind of una sfida, a challenge for me.
Yes.
And every time I have a challenge in front of me, I feel like very attracted. So it's important for me and for the women that are in the music industry. It's pretty important to say, here we are. I do. Mm-hmm. I do, especially for the Italian. I know that my music is only a part of Italian music. We have plenty of styles, but
why do you think? Mm-hmm.
Tell me.
Why do you think it's difficult for Italian female singers to maybe be popular, famous outside Italy?
I feel it is difficult for female and male singers now, because if I ask you to tell me the last Italian artist to be famous outside Italy,
we think about you directly.
Or Tiziano Ferro, which is now more than 10 years. So it's a long time. So I think...
Why is that? How do you explain that?
Well, Italian language is not a very popular language. Even everybody say, oh, beautiful, Italian sounds so nice, no? But for sure in the music, English and now Spanish are the most popular. And I understand. I remember in the 90s, Italian music was very popular and very attractive to everybody. So I understand that Spanish is now coming. And I'm happy, actually, because I live half of my year in Miami and with Latinos. So I really enjoy that because I love them. But for sure, I'm Italian, and I wanted to continue in Europe, where I started to sing in Italian, to be here again after 25 years, singing always in Italian, because this is my language. It's beautiful. I think I became a famous person because I'm Italian and because of my Italian music. So
you want to keep going?
Yeah. Yes, of course. I believe in what I do. So let's continue.
I want to talk now about the younger Laura Pausini.
Yes.
So let me show you this. Tell me.
Oh my God, this is the very, very, very young. I'm 16 here. Oh my God.
You remember?
Yes, of course. I remember everything of this day. My God, I can't believe it.
You don't watch these videos often?
No. I actually don't have a lot of time to do that, but also when I'm not working, I'm concentrating myself in other things, especially my daughter, not watching myself. But I do remember everything about that. I remember I was doing piano bar in this time with my father, because I started when I was 8 in restaurants with him every Saturday and Sunday. And then when I was 16, exactly in this moment, I was doing piano bar every night in Bologna, in a restaurant in Bologna. And my father told me that when I was not in the restaurant, because I had to study for school, people asked for me, where is the girl, the little girl? Why she's not here tonight? So he was talking about me and discussing about having an opportunity in a career, because I wanted to be an architect and not a famous singer. I didn't think and dream about it. I was happy like doing that, like passion, like piano bar. It was great for me.
But you really like singing, though. I mean, you never thought it could be a possibility for a career.
No, absolutely. I'm from a little village in Italy, and I'm very, realistic person, so...
You never thought it would be possible?
No, absolutely. And then he wanted me to try this contest.
And you were not a big fan of this contest either?
Absolutely. I always hate to be judged. Again, we come back to this album. But my mother told me, Laura, I don't like you to be a singer, a professional singer, but please do this contest because your father will be very heavy if not. And so I went there and I won.
Though you were not called then for Sanremo. You had to wait.
You know everything about me. But that was my luckiest moment in my career because if I won, the rules of this contest was you win, you go to Sanremo Giovani, which is the youngest part of Sanremo. I won, but...
They didn't call you?
No. So I said to my father, you see, I was right. So the world of music is always fake. I don't want to do that. I want to be an architect and I want to sing with you in restaurants. That's my dream. But after a few months, a manager called my father through a magazine in my regional magazine. And he proposed me to do some demos to let me introduce to record companies in Italy. And my father told me, you have to do that. Listen to the song. If you don't like it, you don't do it. And inside the songs of the demo, there was a song called Anna, which was actually Marco se n'è andato e non ritorna più. And I just changed the name. And the story was my life. And I didn't know the writers. So was the first side.
That was made for success.
Yeah, it's incredible. Then I decided to do the demo because I was in love with the song. And the manager gave the demo to the record company in Italy, and Warner Music Italy asked me to sign, to go to Sanremo. And Sanremo, of course, is like I don't know, it's like I don't know how to explain it. For a little girl, a room full of dolls, Right. So yes, I want to do that. I want to do it. Let's try. But please believe me, I wasn't expect to win. I was very happy to be there just to ask autographs to the famous artists because Sanremo has the young category and the famous artists too. So I remember I was asking autographs to everybody to come back at school because I was still studying at school, and to say to my friends that before Sanremo some of them were very like bawling me. And so I said, look at this is the Biagio Antonacci autograph. So I was happy for this. I didn't expect to win. Then it changed everything.
25 years later, you're still here doing tours, releasing albums, new challenges with the Circo Massimo in Rome.
This is the biggest thing for me.
And you'll be here too in Zurich in October.
In October, yeah. Be back to Hallenstadium. I like it.
What is it that you like about Switzerland?
Oh, maybe you know, because you know a lot of things about me. I have part of my family here in Zurich and in Berna. And I feel it like my home, Even I cannot fly back very soon or very often. I feel very comfortable in here. I have this is a melancholic, sweet part of me when I feel here. And also we say in Italian that people from Switzerland are very professionals and they are always in time. And I like very much to be like that since I was a little girl. Probably I have one part of my blood is from Switzerland. Yeah, I'm a Swiss girl too.
Thank you very much.
No, it's a pleasure for me. Grazie mille.